what we're going to do is to focus on the energy. Because you're being used words become confused in interpretation because of definition. We've said before, the frequencies between the words keep you entertained. There's a form, body form. So we're going to push energies into your bones, which is what you're beginning to feel. And this activates your ligaments and requires stretching at times, your fingers and hands, for the removal of thought forms that you're not aware of yet. Because each word you say and listen to, you put a structure around it. You anticipate other speech and anticipate yours in the presentation of it. What you're not aware, truly, is who it is that gives you the permission to speak. You think it's your right in your world, yet there's a requirement as you learn, as you grow in your business, your true self, your unconfused self. You are aware that you don't have to have permission to hear or see in the normal context. Yet this human system is unaware of wording's effect in a manner of, how you say, healing. You're into, and this is the condition of society, you're into a justification for speech. Yet speech was given for a command function to work within nature and for requests and petitions for the ability to understand the learning you're going through. You've heard the earth is a school, yet you have not the awareness of what type of school. It is not a kindergarten like you have bodies walking. It's a development of a holy environment, which includes health, not only for yourself but for all others in your auric field. Without you getting credit for it. So we have beings, we all know, that are ill in a manner. It's physical, what you term disease, and mentally, what you call confusion, that need assistance. So we're going to do that this evening. We're going to push through you and through your work field to those that you need to assist. And by saying need to assist is, meaning, since you know they are ill, then there is a requirement from the healthy understanding of you, your doctor self, your physician being, to lend that healing force without having to tell anyone about it. So this evening we're going to do an experiment for you to receive what is termed, as you say, proof. Proof. So now you just contemplate. Anyone, doesn't matter. The first one comes to your mind, being to help, could be alive in your physical world or deceased in your other world. Whatever name theirs revolves, you bring it in a circular pattern, counterclockwise. That reverses time. That's what counterclockwise does. You have your clock and you proceed forward to rewind past the imperfection, back before it became imperfection, the illness. You need to counterclockwise image. So you take the name here across your chest from left to right, and you spin it counterclockwise in a vortex, and you send it up. What that does is you create a whirlpool of frequency from your cellular structure, your bones, literally. Your bones hold the clue to all things. That's why they're becoming more crystalline, they hold more light. That's why the skulls, the suture areas are starting to expand a little bit because of the, we're going to call it the preciousness of the brain matter. The brain matter. There's an instantaneous understanding there in the concepts of now. Concept of now. Counterclockwise can get you back to what you understand as immediate. 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 That causes the instantaneous reaction within all skeletal structures. The lighter vibrated. You have this idea, thought, and that's past tense. What you truly understand not of yourself is think. That's now. Your world has been caught in thought. Thought forms, the crazy thought of others, the confusion of words with the thought. Stop. Be in your moment, now think. And then in the thinking there's no justification because you are. His health is in the think. And you are the think where think occurs. That's called manifestation. When you find out that your thoughts are manifesting, not from your present moment now, but from what you were thinking as a child. It's taking this long in your linear understanding to figure it out. You wanted to get older, you are. You couldn't wait to get older, you are. Think the youth of you, not the circumstances of your youth. The frequency of feeling youthful. Now take your own name and put it across your chest. Spin it counterclockwise. And think, youth, feel it, yes. The body heals, responds to it, because it's a command. And the thinking of it. Not a thought. Thought is past tense. Past tense. Think is present. It brings your moment to now, which is where your healing can take place when you move before the illness or the confusion. In that counterclockwise movement, there's a forgiveness for yourself for playing with the thoughts of others and being confused whether it's yours or not. You hardly know where they come from. You live in a river of thought. It's up to you to think. You beings have this word called choose, choice. Think. Think is not to think. The help to the body, mind, and spirit. And then when you have the understanding of what think is, not I think, or you think, or you think. It comes a direct line through the pineal gland, down to the heart chakra, down to the root, and adjust the frequency of the four chambers of the heart. Because the heart now has a wonderment of what the think is, not the thought. What could be the think? Think is clarity, purity, innocence, power. Think is the knowledge of what a word does. Because you don't need the word when you're in the proper think. You pick up everything. The think identifies you as the ability, as a one. The I am that I am feels all thinking. That's what telepathy is. But beings forget their thinking. They're wandering around in the confusion of the forest of the thought of others. There's someone laid out for you. Instead of teaching you, think, proceed as you did when you crawled to walk. You had to think of doing it. And the realization of the walking was the thought, which is what you are, the human condition. You are the resultant thought of your think. Where does that come from? It comes from the solar plexus, in conjunction with the bones, and the invisible presence of the king, queen, prince, and princesses that exist within you. For there are four, and they're between the solar plexus and the heart. Four entities invisible to you, but they have authority over time and space, which is what you are learning in this slow process called life to death. To play reincarnation because of the improper think. It wasn't my fault. I was told to do it. No one has trained anyone in the think. Little ones feel and see and learn to understand, think, and then that is shut off from them. and they try to express themselves differently. They've been fed thought forms, which are visible pieces of misinterpreted data. You have your planets that you are involved with. You think. Yet the present place you are on, your earth, the dark matter, where your dark self is, it criticizes everything, is afraid of doing anything because it can't think right. Judgment self. Think is stabilization, appreciation for the moment of this understanding, what think is. Now, to call it thinking creates the confusion. When you're in your proper understanding of think, your whole body is open to a vibration of pure thought, past thought, pure. Thought is past, like a memory past. Your present moment is the think that you are. And then the expression comes about from around that think. If you think you are healthy, you will start performing in a manner for health. You will. You'll know what to do. You know the fluids to drink and the air to breathe and to think. And you'll catch the thought that gets you off. You'll catch it. You'll begin to understand it. And then you'll find out how to use the chakras above your head, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Well, this allows you this moment of bliss. You know? Instantaneous health. Contemplate why beings desire the illness in a moment. Why? For attention. One reason. Another reason is the unfamiliarity with themselves. Unsure. Because you've been told what to think, or thoughts, and not how to think. Think is in the heart chakra, solar plexus, direct connection with the brain. The mind is you. We say health to body, mind, and spirit. We say to all of it for a reason, because those are the words you understand in a manner. You're coming out of a dark cloud now, where you've been impressed by others more than impressed by yourself and think. And I don't mean broadcasting how great you are. It's an interior understanding. It is a thankfulness for space that you're in, and the recognizing everyone's going through the same thing, basically. And those that desire control are really the ones that are out of control. They have no ability in the think, Confusion sets upon. Anger, the thing. And then you darken yourself for defense. Because it is your own light that, where you understand, is trying to survive you. I may say you. Heal you. It moves. It does not sit. It moves through the bones. The invisible becomes visible through your bones. And your bones are carrying the thoughts of you, past tense, of previous thinks. So, we now need, in this space you're in here, think health in the auric field to everyone in the area here. Just health, just think it. Don't have to send it. Think it. And what you'll begin to understand is, everyone in your, we'll say you're in your Sedona now, just think of their spines. Think. Like yours. Think health. And all of a sudden, the spines start looking. Where did you felt that? Where does that come from? You don't have to send anything anywhere. You're all connected. The one that in the spine that thinks health has it. Or we led it the direction to complete it. Let's put it that way. Because you all are basically under an influence of an illness. And that illness is confusion. Think. Health. The body, mind, and spirit. It is not a word thing to say. It becomes a reflection of your divinity. You have heard the expression, mirrors become the mirror. Think health. And then you begin to perform it and art. And then you are the walking doctor without anyone telling you or you telling them. They'll just know it. Why? Because of the resonance in the bones. You all know frequencies, including you. And that's the resonance one feels. But you've been trapped with the thought, which is past someone else's, to manifest. Think health. If you have difficulty, the mantra is, I am health. I am light, I am life. But those are words for the outer forces, the flesh thing. The think of health is in the spine. And all your bones understand it. And the overlay of your bones, which is, we have been told, is the embrace of the Holy Spirit, sort of looks at you quizzically in a manner, as if you're finally catching on. And then it creates a greater radiance in you. Yeah? And you find out you have another vertebrae structure that you're not aware of between your visible and invisible. You have sort of another set of rib cages in front of you, tuning forks in a manner. And the think acknowledges that's where the transductive energy is that gets to you, comes to you as you walk forward. It's also behind you, but right now you're proceeding in what a forward manner. You say. It's actually an incline up. So to think of it, that one, opens the channel to the meridians in your primary vehicle. The spirit force of you that leaves the body when you die. That's what we call the primary vehicle. At this level anyway. The one you're beginning to understand exists within you. And then you begin to realize you're a bird in a cage. And when the cage door opens, sometimes the birds don't want to leave. Because you don't have the cage anymore with a body. That was expressed by Yogananda. But they didn't know what he meant. Just before he passed. The cage door opened. You have the opportunity now to know when the cage door opens, it can open and close it. In the opening of it now, it's not appropriate to leave. It's appropriate to softly close it and know how to do it. So you can perform the function and teach, think. Not the thought, the think. Even the word has a higher frequency, has a higher tonal vibration. It's interior and personal. Everybody can play with the thoughts and read the thoughts and understand the thoughts. That's no big game. The think is different. It's holy and pure in the self of the spine. It holds information of your whole genetic line, how you got here and what you're going to do with it, what you're supposed to do with it, what you said you'd do with it. The think. The think. The think. It's yours. The thoughts are others. The think is yours. And then you develop what is understanding as a thought, maybe. But the think produces manifestation. It's a calling. And then you understand your command structure inside you for the calling, and not the command structure to command everyone else around. Those willing to understand themselves and think will proceed. Others will whine and cry and blame. So right now we're thinking health to this whole area and vibrating that into the spines of all beings willing to accept or to feel anything. They'll feel it. They don't know how the overlays occur though. It's from someone else's thought that you desire to entertain and thought it was pleasing in a manner. Yeah. Yet now you're open to yourselves. It's what is happening now. Everyone on your planet is having the opportunity to open to yourself. And to think of it, basically, you're going to find out you have the opportunity to regenerate your whole lifetime. Where you're going, what you're going to do, you're going to know how to manifest and how to think of it does it. Not the fantasy of it. No. And you're going to understand the importance of water in the think. And the importance of air when you breathe in the think. Then the body becomes health and you have what is understood as a primal connection. You understand what the Father is about, you understand what Jesus is about, you understand what the Mother is about, you understand what the Lamb is about. You understand your part in it.